Hey, you should tell that story about how you grabbed
Teacher.
Mr.
there was there was in my old school there was above it's hard to explain. I don't how did I explain it to you?
You
There-
said like they had these little tiny
So, yeah.
hallways, and
They
like
had-
at like in these hallways are like these holes because terrible architecture or some shit.
Yeah, I don't know. The architects were on drugs when they made it, but pretty much in the halls, obviously there were the classrooms, but next to the doors, there would be like a little hallway leading into the classroom, and then teachers like to put their desk there. Because I don't know, for some reason, it just looked nice. It was like against a wall on two sides. So they would do that, but for some reason, the architects laid out the bricks towards that little area differently to where there was a bunch, like several holes in the wall you could reach through, and my teachers sent me out because I was acting up. So I grabbed my teacher's hair through the little holes, and I was like, "Lee." She wasn't happy.
You said you had it in a fucking death grip. she she tried getting you to let go, but you were just
Lee. I wonder if any of my other friends remember that.
man, you never go full retard.
Oh, dude, I always went full retard at school. Motherfucker.
Lee.
Lee.
Spike ball better than sword.
Any
It's
interesting?
okay. You don't have to be good.
Any
All you
interesting
have to do
stories
is-
from you, buddy?
Interesting stories from me.
Yeah, any juicies? I don't know.
Tomato soup. I don't know.
Did you ever meet Nick Jones?
I don't think I did.
Bro, me and him, the way we became friends, I remember, is because we had to. Remember that stupid morning tutoring they used to
You
do?
left me to fend for myself, you whore.
Here's another Summit story. Here's the story of me and Nick's friendship. While I pretend like I'm playing this game. So, remember that stupid morning tutoring we did? You know, the tomato soup joke?
Yeah.
They did that again for another year, but I had to make a play with Nick. I was paired up with Nick in the morning tutoring thing. So we had to make a play about a bug or something, the mayfly. Right?
Yeah.
So what they do
Those
is...
disgusting things that give you heebie-jeebies. Fuck me.
Yeah, so we had to read a poem and then act out like mayflies or something. So part of the poem was that they only live a day and they lay like 1 billion eggs. So what I did for the play was I took a bunch of Easter eggs, put them in a plastic tube, and tied the end off with a pipe cleaner, and then I tied it to Nick's belt, and he ran across the stage, pulled the pipe cleaner, and he was just shitting eggs all over the floor. In front of everyone. He was just running by going, ugh, it was the funniest shit. We were all like 10 at the time, so
Oh my god.
yeah, dude, I felt so proud of myself. I was like, I'm a fucking engineering genius.
Remember in art class we used to just like rush through our actual the room number is 27455.
27455.
Yeah. Remember in art class we used to just like rush through our main project just so we could fuck around and do like these other random projects just because like we were allowed to. And we would
yeah,
always
dude.
make like the weirdest shit.
There's something wrong with us.
Some of it was kind of cool though. Like I remember you made this secret agent action figure of some sort. Like you drew it on a piece of poster board, and you took like a straw, like one of those silverware straw things, and you like cut it up into bits, and you like made like a belt for it. It's hard to explain, but that shit was really fucking cool.
I don't remember. Wait, what grade was this?
This was, I want to say 5th or 6th.
That was a long time ago. So wait, I made a little action. I vaguely remember this. I vaguely remember. It wasn't Miss Harry though. I don't think. It was that guy before Miss Harry who was the art teacher, wasn't it?
Mr. Bergstrom.
Yeah, Mr. Yeah, him. It was never we had him. I do kind of remember that now. Do you remember one of the ways I got popular at that school was because out of nowhere I made the epic list of awesomeness.
Vaguely.
I made a scroll in art class, and at the top I put the epic list of awesomeness, and I started writing down names of the most awesome people in the school. And then it just became like this thing, everybody wanted to be on it. And it started so many fights. Do you remember it? I talked to some of my friends, the other Summit friends, about it the other day, and they were like, yeah, I remember that shit, fuck you. Because I
mostly hung around like Christian and Justin.
Yeah, this was before I really became their friend.
I mostly hung around them, but I think the way we became friends was like during recess. Choose a character.
Okay.
Was like, remember during recess we would just have those big ass fucking battles.
Oh yeah.
Like me, Christian, and Justin would just like hide and wait for like unsuspecting kids to just wander up out of nowhere, and then we just like fucking.
Dude, you guys were so mean to me at first. You guys would always like purposely exclude me from everything, and then I remember you guys had this dragon game, and I wanted to play, and you were like, "You have to draw a dragon first," and I was like, "I can't draw." You guys were so mean to me. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, you're not supposed to. What character are you again?
I don't remember.
Oh yeah,
I just jumped off.
Yeah, you just jumped off. Try to keep track of your character. Try not to die, and try to kill as many people as possible with bombs. Like I said, it's hell. But it's a good way to get XP. I remember we would just like wait for kids to like walk into that field, and we would just like fucking kick their asses. Like we would tackle them and like slap them in the face and shit. Like.
No, dude, I remember that list.
And then you went and you just like went full recruiting and just like.
Oh yeah, I raised an army.
More and more people. You raised like a full-on army.
I remember that. I raised an army to kick your guys' ass because you were so mean to me.
Yeah, and then eventually, like, it just became like a thing that we did every day, and we couldn't wait to do, and I guess that's how we became friends.
Yeah, dude, our armies would fight each other every day at recess.
Not necessarily armies, it was like 3v15.
Yeah, dude, I had so many.
It was so unfair. Eventually, some of your guys started fighting each other, and it was just free for all.
Dude, I remember I left my little group unsupervised once because the police came to talk to me about something. I don't remember what it was. I remember it was the police came and got me. And then I come back. You don't remember that?
No, what?
At recess, the principal called me in, and I went to the office, and the police were there, and they were talking to me about something. I don't remember what it was. I think my house got robbed or something.
Oh, shit. That happened a lot back in the old Summit days. Like, a lot of kids got robbed.
I remember I come back and my whole army is fucking what is it? What they do? They made you like sit at the wall or something whenever you did something bad at recess. Yeah, I remember my whole army was because apparently
the teachers like caught on to it, like these kids are fucking like killing each other during recess.
Apparently, one of the kids, I think his name was Alan, pantsed one of you guys, and then the whole my whole team got in trouble. I leave my group unsupervised for just a few minutes.
Dude, Alan was a fucking liar. Remember the shit he used to say?
Dude, Alan was what we would now call a fuckboy.
Yeah, basically. Like, I remember, and I mean, I'm like quoting this word for word. He's like, Taraji, I don't think I'm an Alan. I think I look more like a Brad. I'm like, oh no.
What? Why did he say that?
For those of you who don't know who Alan is or what he looks like, he is a light-skinned individual. Well, was a light-skinned individual with short hair.
Is he even alive anymore?
I don't know. I tried looking for him on Facebook. But, like, he had, like, these really big teeth and stuff. Sorry if you're listening, but you had really big fucking teeth.
Bro, he used to steal stories from all the other kids and like act like they were his.
Basic. Sorry about stomping you down there.
It's okay. I'm not really paying. I'm just enjoying going back into memory lane. Bro, remember me and Kid used to get in the biggest fights, and one time he fucked me up. Like, he broke my necklace, and he, like, slammed me in the ground, and he just fucked me up.
I don't remember that, but I remember every time me and Kid got in a fight, which was, like, from 2nd to 6th grade.
Every day.
Like, it was terrible. I got suspended because of him. Like, that time when I got on the bus, and it was either me or him that was talking shit. I just remember shit was being talked, and, like, he was listening to Lady Gaga. I'm like, come here, bitch. I'll fucking rip that gay-ass Lady Gaga out of your ears. He picked up his fucking stainless steel thermos and, like, swung it at me. And I, like, dodged it, and then I tried to punch him, and he smacked my knuckle. I'm like, fuck! I punched him in his ear and knocked his earbuds out, and he just, like, sat down and started screaming and crying, like,
Dude, I don't remember how I became most of your guys' friends. I don't remember how I became Caden's friend. I don't remember how I became Christian or Justin's friend. All I remember is that I started hanging out with Christian a lot, and then I started hanging out with Justin a lot. I don't remember why. I think it was because they didn't like Chris, and then they just hung out with me to spite him.
They didn't like Chris.
Nobody liked Chris. For those of you who don't know, Chris is one of my brothers that is just annoying. But, yeah, I don't know. I forget when I actually became, like, Justin and Christian's friend, because at first you guys all hated me.
I, like, half-hated you. I don't know, it was kind of neutral, to be honest.
It was just because I was new, and you guys were just such assholes.
Yeah, you were new, and we didn't want to let anyone in our circle.
And then you guys let me in, and I became quite a member.
Yeah. Oh, fucking... Shit, now I forgot. You slut. Back to...
Man.
I remember, like, I just hated him so much sometimes. Like, I ended up becoming his friend in the end, but, like, I used to just hate him because he would always tell these tall-ass tales. And one time I'm like, you know what?
Man.
You smell like sweetened poo. I don't know where the fuck that came from, but, like, he fucked with me about that. Quote? Is that quote?
Promise?
Quote. I swear to God.
Like, I'm gonna use that one. It's beautiful.
He fucked with me about that, and like till like the last day of our friendship. I don't fucking know, but like as long as I can remember, he fucked with me about that. He's like, so explain to me, what is sweetened poo?
Dude, for those of you who don't know, because I don't know, a lot of my Summit friends don't watch this stuff anymore, or weren't my friends back then. We're talking about, we went to a school called Summit Academy together in elementary school, and then he left like 6th grade or something, and I stayed till 8th. But we're going over our good old memories back in the day.
Yeah, those are the good old days.
Alright, Miss Teacher, what about her?
Like, I remember for the fucking longest, I don't know why, but I just had like this massive fucking crush on her, like even from like 5th grade.
I remember, you made me go with you to buy her flowers from one of the Valentine's Day things.
Yeah, because I was just like a nervous little fuck.
I didn't even know who Miss Teacher. I don't even know who she was at the time. All I know is that you wanted to give flowers to a middle school teacher, and I was like, okay, Taraji, let's go. My dumbass little voice. I did anything to fit in with you guys. You guys could have told me to eat shit, and I probably would have.
Speaking of which, like when you said okay, like that reminds me. Everyone's voice changed except for mine. Mine got a little bit deeper, but other than that, like I'm still like you guys can still recognize me by my voice. Like all you guys just like puberty hit you like a fucking bus or some shit.
Oh, dude, puberty fucking raped me. There was no warning, there was no lube, just right in the butt out of nowhere. I was like, I was more like,
puberty was being all slow and methodical with me. Like, it started, like, super early, but it just, like, happened so slow.
Alright. Any other good little stories from... We used to take... Alright, guys, we used to take, you know those, like, little square butter packets? We used to take those, rub them on the floor, wrap them back up, and then...
Or
would just eat them.
Just spit on them.
Yeah.
Brad.
Don't just eat them straight up. Like we won't tell him what we did, but we did it, and then we'll tell him afterward, and he'll be like, "Okay, so." But sometimes it'll be so fucking disgusting, and he'll be like, "Oh, come on, you guys."
Bro, Brad jumped me in the bathroom in 8th grade.
Oh my god.
Because I was doing this dumb shit where I put my arms in the opposite sleeves and I got stuck, and I was talking shit about
Brad.
I forget what it was. I think I talked about his girlfriend or something. I was just talking shit about him like the day before, and then I was in there and my friends were trying to help me get my shirt off because I got in trouble and I really couldn't get it off. So like, I think it was Christian in there with me, and then this kid Devin.
Why were you trying to get your shirt off?
Because I had taken my arms into my shirt, and then I put my right arm through my left sleeve and my left arm through my right sleeve, and I couldn't get undone. I was stuck. And then I remember Devin had pulled my shirt over my head, was trying to get it off. I think Christian was there, and then Christian walked in the bathroom. I heard his voice, and I was like, "Come and help me!" He just fucking punched me in the gut as hard as he could, and I fell. I was like, "Ugh." He left. So
Brad
jumped me in the bathroom, and I was stuck in my shirt. It's a story you'll never hear again.
You were stuck in your shirt, out of breath, in pain, probably dying. You're just like, okay.
Nobody did anything. My friends who were helping me, they were like, "Oh shit!" I was like, ugh. I couldn't. It was such a bitch move, though. I couldn't fight back.
I used to do some fucked up shit. Like, I was a fucking sociopath. Like,
hey, I remember you stabbed me, almost killed some kid.
Yeah. I'll tell that story in a bit. But like in 3rd grade, remember?
No.
Well, she was like.
I wasn't there. I met you guys in 4th grade.
But I'm sure she was still there. She was just in like a lower grade, and we barely saw her because of her being in a lower grade. But like, we were in like this cluster or whatever, where it was like 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, like all in one class. And I was in 2nd, and she was in 3rd. Yeah, and she sat across from me, and my fucking like 8. I think I was 8. Yeah, my fucking 8-year-old mind is just thinking, I wonder if girls experience the same pain when kicked in their nether region. So I'm just like, hey. She's like, yeah. I'm like, open your leg. And she did, and I just fucking kicked her, and she just like, what? Like, you know, the silent scream, like you're in so much pain that so much air is like it's just so much outward force at once that you just like cannot make sound, and it's just like a wheezing sound. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That's what it, and then she inhaled like and just like released the most blood curdling scream, and I didn't even talk for it because like Summit Academy was known for having special ed and like special needs kids there, so I guess they just thought she was having some kind of meltdown.
Dude, every day in 8th grade, he drew the same picture of Mario. He didn't even draw it, he just traced it, but every time it got more and more off the paper until it was just the line of the nose. I don't know why. So at first it was a whole picture of Mario, then every single day it shifted a little bit to the right. And he had a huge bag full of them that he carried around.
He was making a stop motion, my dude. Not a stop motion, but what are those things called? A fucking flip note shit. You know what I fucking mean? Yeah.
Yeah, dude, we used to make violent ones of those. Remember?
Yeah, I remember. Okay, so on to me, like fucking stabbing the shit out of this kid and almost getting charged against me. So, I was in class and like this kid.
Bill.
Was it you stabbed
Bill?
No, it wasn't.
Bill.
Oh,
But
Bill.
basically caused.
he started
stabbing.
it.
He basically caused the stabbing. Let me just say. So he, like, at our school, just stupid shit. We would always do stupid shit, and sometimes we would just like try to get each other in trouble for no particular reason.
Dude, we
Like
used to say that one of the kids had a gun in their bag. And do you remember doing that kind of shit? We would go to the teachers.
I remember me and you hated each other like sometimes. It was like a love-hate type thing.
Oh,
Like,
dude, we made each other cry. I'm sure we made each other cry a lot.
oh yeah, like that time when you're like, hey, Miss
Teacher.
boobs are looking hella nice today, or some shit like that.
He told
And
on
then-
me.
And
fucking
then, like,
snitch.
the teacher overheard, and then she's like, did a student say anything about Miss
Teacher.
breasts? I'm like, yeah, it was Morgan. He said, Miss
Teacher.
boobs are looking pretty nice today.
Bro, you were the one who started the conversation. You were like, damn, look at her boob. Did we even know what those were? Like,
What?
what boobs were? Did we just think we knew?
No, we definitely knew what boobs were. Like, at that
remember-
age, I was watching a lot, like, as much porn as I could whenever I could. But
I remember you started it off. You were like, "Damn, look at Miss Teacher's boobs" or something else, and I did it in a dumb voice. I was like, "Hey, Miss Teacher, your boobs are looking great today." And then they called me to the office. Something happened, and they called me to the office.
Miss B, the music teacher, pulled me aside. She's like, "Did a student say something about Miss
Teacher.
memories?" She didn't say memories, but comedic effect. But why are you winning? What the fuck?
All right, continue.
Shit, man. Oh my god.
Shit! Get the fuck out of here.
So, like, we would always just try to get each other in trouble, even if we were like the best of friends. Like, if we had the opportunity to try to
We
get on
fuck
a
each
teacher's
other
good,
over.
to try to get on a teacher's good side, to fucking just like getting somebody in trouble, we would. So like,
It's because we had crushes on all the teachers, but now thinking back, they were all ugly.
most of them were. I mean,
Miss
Teacher.
wasn't even that attractive.
my standards are pretty low, so. But I demand a rematch. I demand. Okay, so anyway,
Bill.
put a note on my desk. It was a sticky note, and he put the adhesive side on, like, he just stuck it to my desk, and the note
Yeah, I
was
remember.
written beside the adhesive, and it said, "I'll kill you," or "kill yourself," or just some sort of death threat, something along those lines, on the note. And I read it. I'm like, I'm gonna tell the teacher. Yeah, that'll get me some points. So I just stood up and I walked over to the teacher's desk, the fat one, the one that looked like a fucking pinball. I forgot her name, but
A pinball?
yeah.
What subject did she teach?
She was in our science class, 6th grade. Remember?
I remember our 7th grade teacher.
I can remember her vividly as shit. Blonde, short hair, skinny legs. She said her husband died in a car accident.
Oh, I fucking hated that bitch, dude. She was fat as fuck. She always yelled at us all the time.
So I slapped the note on her desk and I'm like,
Bill.
wrote this to me. And then she's like, that's a mark. You didn't ask permission to stand up. And I'm like, what? He's threatening my life. And then she's like, that's another mark for raising your voice. And I'm like, fuck, cunt. You'll pay me.
You'll pay for this.
I didn't say it out loud, but I was
I thought my person's name was Queef Man. Alright, keep going.
So I'm like, read the note. please. And then she's like, fine. And she reads the note and she's like,
Bill.
see, you get a mark too. And then here's
Bill.
he is with 1 mark and I have 2 fucking marks. I'm like, no, what is this? No. So I was just pissed off. I was pissed off for the rest of the day. I was livid. I was like so livid that I didn't even talk. So I was on the bus. I was quiet. I think I was like dating. I used the air quotes because, 6th grade relationships didn't matter.
Yeah.
I was dating this girl named Kiara at the time, and so
Jesus fucking Christ.
Kiara was sitting across from me on the bus, and like, shit was really awkward back then. Like with girls, you're like, can I hold your hand? And it's like,
What if I get pregnant?
So like I was, instead of sitting directly next to my girlfriend, I was sitting a seat across from my girlfriend, and like I had this pottery project from Miss Harry's class. I just like, I don't know, I was being goofy and I like set it on top of my head, trying to wear it as a hat to like try to lift my spirits up a little bit. And this one kid, I forgot his fucking name, but I know it had like a Q in it, or some kind of Quan, or I know it ended in on. Like most black people's names, it ended in on.
Before you guys scream racism, Taraji is black. Just
Yeah,
get that out of the way.
I'm in Oreo. It's okay.
Jesus!
Why are you fucking good at this? So like
know.
he was like trying to play around, and he just like leaned over the top of the seat and just like hit me on top of the head, and it hurt a little bit because I had that fucking pottery project. It was like a little candy dish, a leaf-shaped candy dish. I think my mom still has it.
Oh, I have mine. Actually, I know where it is. I remember those.
Yeah, I love those things. Those are cool.
I made 2 of them.
It didn't hurt that bad, but it hurt just enough to piss me off even more than I already was pissed off. So I'm like, Kiara, hold this. I gave my pottery thing to my girlfriend, and I took out a pencil. It was like fairly dull, and I like poked my finger, and I'm like, not sharp enough. So I just sat there. It was premeditated as fuck. I sat there just sharpening the pencil like a fucking psychopath, not saying or doing anything but sharpening the pencil, just checking it for sharpness. Like, oh, broke off. Okay, gotta sharpen it again. So when it was adequately sharp, I'm just like, yeah, this'll do. I slowly leaned around the back of the seat and just like looked him dead in his eye. And like he looked at the pencil and his eyes just widened with like.
Wait, repeat that. I wasn't paying attention for a second. I heard a noise in my room. What was it? What did you say?
I after I sharpened up the pencil, I'm like, yeah, this'll do. So I like slowly and methodically just like leaned around the back of the leaned around the back of the seat.
I was scratching my balls. Alright, continue.
Just leaned around the back of the seat, looked him dead in his eyes. He saw the pencil and his eyes just lit up with fear. And then he's like, no. He actually said no.
It's so messed up. That's so fucked up.
I looked him in his eyes and just repeatedly stabbed. I didn't care where I stabbed. I just wanted to stab. Just stab. And like the sound he made, it was like a cross between fear and excruciating pain. Just ow.
You're
ow,
kicking my
ow,
ass all of a sudden.
Just like increasing ow. Just, ow. And then he just sat there behind me after I broke my pencil lead off in his hand. I actually broke my pencil lead off in his hand. Like, it was fucking stuck. But, like, the next day, this happened on a Thursday. The next day, like, his mom showed up to the school, and my mom got a phone call, and it was just, like, a whole bunch of fucking controversy. Fuck me! And, like, they're like, we're not gonna press charges, but next time you touch him, there are gonna be some serious repercussions.
They act like it was just like you slapped him, but you fucking stabbed him 30
No, I
times.
stabbed him repeatedly until my pencil broke off. No, not even until my pencil broke off. I still stabbed him. I just
Was
stabbed
it
him.
like?
I just
was
stabbed
it-
him to my heart's content, basically.
Was it like hospital wounds, or was it like 5-year-old kid as hard as they can go wounds?
I forgot. I think he just went home and his mom had to pull the lead out of his hand with some tweezers because
So
it
it
was
wasn't like
at an angle.
it wasn't
I
like
pierced
5
a hole
inches
through
deep.
his- I pierced a hole through his pants and poked multiple holes through his coat.
Do you know if any of them besides the lead one broke like skin? Like, was he bleeding like intensely?
Oh, yeah, he wasn't bleeding intensely, but there was blood. And I remember when everyone on my dad's side of the family heard about it. One time, me and my nephew were up writing down cheat codes for a video game, and we were like fighting about what cheat code we wanted to write down next. Rematch, bitch. We were on the computer writing down cheat codes, and we were fighting about what cheat code to write down next. And I'm like, no, I want to write down this cheat code. So I took the pencil, and he just froze. He just froze. He's like, hold on. I heard about that shit you did in Columbus with that pencil, man. Watch it.
I know what you're capable of.
Exactly. That's exactly what he said. He's like, I don't know what you're capable of with that damn pencil. Me and Carson used to do some fucked up shit to
Bill.
like for about a week long. We used to just fucking rip his hair out. And I mean, we will be sitting in the back of the bus, like the
Or are
back of
these
the bus.
snowballs? What are we throwing at each other?
These snowballs are filled with like fucking
Dark matter?
right. Basically, just fucking dwarf star matter or some shit. I don't fucking know. But
Alright.
like, we would be sitting at the back of the bus. It didn't matter where we would sit. We would find a way to get the
Bill.
and we would like do it behind like we got so many write-ups on the bus, it was insane. Like the bus driver would move us away from
Bill.
and we'd still find a way to get to him. We would go under the seat and like wait for the bus to hit the brakes, and we would just like slide under the seat. Fucking penguin just like go to a complete stop where we know we got to
Bill.
him, and we would just creep up behind him
He just
quietly
looks
and
down.
and be like, no, we'd lean over him, like the bus driver could see us and everything, and they'd be like, hey, how'd you get there? And then we'd like hurry up and scramble back to the back of the bus, and we're like, what are you talking about? We've been here the whole time.
Alright, about how I became like Justin's friend. I think one of the reasons why I became Justin's friend is because everybody thought I was Justin when I had long hair. And to put some controversy with my Summit friends behind, I did not steal long hair from Justin. I stole long hair from a kid named Michael, who also went to Summit. Because Justin had the long... Remember, Justin had the long hair look first.
Yeah, he had that,
And then this
he had
kid...
that error.
Yeah, this kid Michael came with long hair. And
Oh, I remember Michael.
yeah, he's the
Yeah,
kid. He's the kid whose
He told me
hairstyle I
this
stole.
now, and it hurts me. I mean, I did kind of have a slight crush on Goldie. JK, it wasn't a slight crush.
Oh, dude, I dated Goldie like 3 times. Remember? She was my first
Yeah.
kiss.
I remember. I didn't know
Yep.
she was your first kiss.
I remember. Yeah, she was. What was that? Like 3rd grade.
Anyway.
I remember you fucks made me break up with her. You guys forced us to sit down, and you forced me to dump her.
Yeah, I'm like, you're paying more attention you're paying more attention to that whore than you are me, you fucking bastard. Fucking...
It was like, who was? It was like, I think it was you and some other people fucking forced us to sit down.
Jesse hated it. I don't know why he hated it. I'm
You
like,
and
why,
Jesse.
Jesse? Do you have a crush on Goldie or something? Because I do too, man. I feel you. And then he's like, no, I just don't want them dating. I'm like, okay, fair enough. I'm like,
I
I
think
can't argue
Caden
with
was
that.
involved, wasn't he?
Someone was definitely involved. I think Freddie was.
Fred, oh, my cousin Fred.
Yes.
Oh, dude, because the story is that my cousin Fred went to the same school. I think he went there
Dated her
first.
too.
He dated her first, and then
He dated her for the fucking longest, and I'm like, how could you go with this prepubescent motherfucker? At least I have like a tiny bit of like muscle on my fucking bones.
Damn, go hard, dude. Dude,
Fred
only went to Summit for a year or two, didn't he? Like Fred's.
He was in there for my 3rd grade. I think he was in 2nd grade and 4th. I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna tell them the story of Miss Robinette.
Oh, dude, I just told my current girlfriend about that.
No, okay, so since she was my 3rd grade teacher, I think I should do the honors.
Yeah, I never had her as a teacher. I just knew her. She had massive tits.
Oh, and like I would have definitely smashed with my fucking 3-inch dick at the time.
Bro, we're gonna look at a picture of her now. She's gonna be so gross.
In fact,
No,
I bet
she
her
basically
police
looks the same.
report is still up. Do you remember what her first name was?
Stephanie Robinette. But her maiden name was Mayberry.
Let me see if I can find it. Do you know how to spell it? Like, is there a certain way to spell it?
I don't know, man. Just use voice typing. But like,
I'm on my PC.
okay, while he does that, I'll tell you guys a story. So, I'm basically just sitting here, like talking to Mr. Bergstrom at this like after-school art club thing. It was just something stupid. It was, not stupid. I thought it was pretty cool. It was like for hipsters before we knew we were hipsters. And like he's just like, yeah. So remember Miss Robinette? I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah. She got arrested for striking her husband with a trunk and spraying a police officer in the face with breast milk. And I'm just like, holy shit, what? What are you talking about? My 3rd grade teacher, Miss Robinette? And he's like, yeah, she was on the news and everything. So I went home and I like looked it up, and they're like these guys just like making parodies of it and shit. It was like the funniest thing. Oh my god. It's really fucking awkward without him here.
I'm trying to fucking find this. Oh, I looked up Stephanie Robinette, Ohio police, and the first one, Ohio woman sprayed police with breast milk after fight, June 26, 2011. So now you guys can look. Oh, dude, she's ugly. You guys can look this up. It's all public record, so I don't really have to bleep out her name or anything. Ohio woman Stephanie Robinette sprayed police with breast milk after fight with husband. Let's read an excerpt from this article. An Ohio woman attempted to fight off police trying to remove her from her car by spraying them with her breast milk, authorities said. Stephanie Robinette got into a fight with her husband while attending a wedding at Bridgewater Banquet and Conference Center in the city of Delaware on Saturday. This was Saturday, 2011. Her husband told police his 30-year-old wife, she was 30? Struck him several times and then locked herself in the vehicle. When deputies attempted to remove Robinette from the vehicle, she advised the deputies she was a breastfeeding mother, said Sheriff Walter Davis III. As deputies went to restrain her, he said Robinette proceeded to remove her right breast from her dress and began spraying deputies in the vehicle with her milk. Additional deputies arrived and eventually pried her from the car, placing her arrest. She was charged with domestic assault, domestic violence, assault, obstruction of official business, resisting arrest, and disorderly conduct. Damn, she got shit slapped on her.
She got the fucking wabash. Have fun getting the job, Miss Robinette.
At some school, sometime, somewhere, with some people, we had to do this thing where we had to like come into the class pretending like we're arguing and pretending like we're fighting. And we had
I
all
fucking remember that.
Oh, so you do know what I'm talking about.
Kinda.
We had to come into the room pretending like we're fighting or whatever. And I think it was you that was my partner, but you threw me into the desks, but like you didn't do it playfully. Like you just fucking beat the shit. Somebody did. I don't know if it was you,
but somebody just fucking threw me into the desk, and it really hurt because like I got fucked up. I flipped around the desk, bashed my head into one of them. I think I cracked a tooth or something, and then he just proceeded to beat the shit out of me. The teacher's like, "You guys are good actors." Like,
It's like, you guys are good actors. Yeah. Acting.
I don't remember who it was that did it. I don't even remember what the reasoning behind it was. But you say you remember, so I know it's not just like a dream I had.
I remember we did something along those lines.
What was the context behind it?
I have no idea. Like,
all I remember is that she had.
I think it was something about like not disrupting the class or something like that. It's like.
Oh yeah, and then we all just took it too far.
Affect your classmates, and then
I remember perfectly now.
And then like they only informed some of us about it. Like they're like, hey, Morgan, Taraji, we're gonna let you in on this little group project activity thing. The rest of the class doesn't know about it, so you guys go ahead.
I remember.
Class.
That was you who did it. You beat the shit out of me.
Yeah, we just fucked you up.
You really did.
We just went ahead and just said, fuck it, we'll just fuck him up. So we just fucked him up, and the whole class was just like, oh my god, what's going on? And then the teacher was just like, you see how disruptive across the whole class's rhythm? And you're just laying on the floor like, Mom!
I remember so specifically now. Before it started, we were in the hallway. Before whatever the signal was, I was like, "All right, don't do this hard." And as soon as we walk in, you full force throw me into a desk. I would have fought back, but I had no idea what was going on anymore. I was like, "Is this part of the? Is this?" And then you just started wailing on me. Why did you do that?
I didn't mean to throw you that hard, but you were just so light, and then you just like flew so hard. I was like, okay, fuck it. I might as well just fuck him all the way up now. So I did.
Hold on. I fucking flew across the whole class. A sad story from elementary school.
Yes.
Alright, so when I was really little, we played this game in like first, second, or third grade or something before Summit. And I don't know what the purpose of the game was or why we did it, but it was in music class. And the object or whatever was that everybody would put their hands down. The teacher would take one kid and put them into the out in the hallway, and everybody would try to guess who's gone. If they didn't get it, then the kid in the hallway would like say something, and by the voice they would try to guess. And it went through flawlessly for everybody. And then I went out, and nobody knew I was gone. And then it got to the point the teacher had to pull me in. It was like, "It's Morgan." And everyone was like, "Who?" And then like I sat there and I cried.
Oh, no. Hey, remember the game we used to play in music class? You know, there was an old lady from down the or some shit like that.
No.
Like, woo, 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 just like some cringy shit. And then, like, as everyone was just like singing, and it was like a fucking cult almost.
It was Jump Last.
Yeah, like don't even like touch the controller. Just wait until you hit the ground. I forgot the lyrics, but like she went to the closet to get a broom, and then everyone goes like,
"Ooh, oh, I remember that."
And then it's like she opened the door and boom, and then the teacher would always be all late and say, "Boom, okay, guys, who's gone?" Yeah, I remember that shit. Those were the good old days. It was basically like, what's the name of that fucking game? Like
Heads Up 7 Up.
Huh? 7 Up.
Heads Up 7 Up. It was. I think that's pretty much.
Heads Up 7 Up. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was basically It was basically like the cult version of Heads Up.
Dude, I remember that. Okay, guys, imagine this: a whole class like what were we, like 5th, 6th graders?
Yeah, we were like in the fetal position, but not in the, like you know how your school has like a tornado drill, and you have to like have your hands on top of your head and your head tucked between your knees, and you're like your back is just like facing the ceiling. It was like that. Now just imagine a dark classroom full of kids singing this creepy, legitimately creepy ass fucking song, just like very monotone. And then,
so
like,
imagine
after
all these
each
kids.
verse, they just go woo. It was fucking.
So imagine, this is better explained. Imagine all these kids in fetal position. Were we in a circle, or like were we actually against the wall?
We were just scattered all over the classroom.
Oh yeah, so we were scattered
it was
around the
just some,
classroom.
like weird ritualistic.
So imagine walking in on a classroom of 5th graders. Everyone is scattered around the fetal. The room is dark. The teacher's walking amongst the kids, going. He went to the closet to get, and then all the kids simultaneously go ooh,
just tapping on each student's like shoulder, just like tapping a shoulder to have one go out into the hallway.
Dude, that shit was a ritual.
And then we had to guess which one of us was gone. Like which one of them had to be sacrificed to the Dark Lord Azoth? Like
Azeroth.
Was it Christian?
I think that might have been
Christian?
the game.
And then Christian's just in the corner like, and then it's like, no, it was Taraji, and then I come in like, bleh.
I think that might have been the one that I was talking about, like the first time I ever played it, because like I remember doing that very early in when I was at Summit, so it might have been like my first couple days, and nobody knew me, so I was just sad. I was a bitch. I'm about to end this off with, I'm going to tell one more story. It's about you. So my friend Taraji here had the biggest crush on this girl. What was her name? Tiffany or something?
Oh my god, fucking...
Bro, and I remember her uncle died or something.
Actually not that good looking.
She was, I always thought she was ugly. But I just went with it because you liked her. And I was like, yeah man, she's cute, you go for it man.
At the time, she was the prettiest girl at the school. There weren't really a lot of good-looking girls at that school.
Never was, never will be, never has been.
Yeah. All right, now continue.
So okay. Anyway, one time her uncle died, or like one of her teachers died, and Taraji like didn't care, but like he pretended to care to comfort her. But that's not the story. Our plan. Do you remember that?
Oh no, like me just acting fucking retarded, just throwing myself into things.
Alright, so me and Taraji here, we were the love experts, right? Like we were the plotters, we were the smart ones, so we sat for a few days, we developed this master plan that Taraji was going to hurt himself and get pity love. That was our master plan, was that she would feel sorry for him and fall in love. And so, every day for like a month, Taraji would try to pretend like he hurt himself, but he would, like a few times, he would legitimately hurt himself. One time, the plan...
She was hanging out by the slide one time.
Yeah,
and I remember I full on sprinted at the slide, just screaming, and then I just like jumped like 3 feet before I got to the slide. It just like clotheslined myself and just hit the ground. my back hit the ground so hard I was legitimately out of breath. And I'm like, fuck, I didn't mean to do this.
So, I remember we were talking about it. We followed her around like stalkers, and like we were like, it was my idea. I was like, all right, Taraji, what you're gonna do? She's right over there by the slide. I want you to like put your hand. I want you to run up the slide and pretend like to hit your head on it or something. But like don't actually hurt yourself or don't hit your head on it. I'm gonna chase you and make it look like I'm chasing you. So I chased you and you ran and you didn't put your hands up. You just fucking jumped and bashed your face in. I remember I just stopped and I don't remember if I helped you. I think I just walked away. Did I help you? Do you remember if I helped you?
Like, you remember how solid that fucking
dude.
like just the material
it was the loudest.
Like it was basically like aluminum plated cement That's basically what the school was made out of. And like one time,
Math.
just hanging out by the school, and I'm like, hey Morgan, watch this. He's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? So I just took off. I just took off, just full on sprint again. And I just jumped, and like right before I got to the fucking wall, and I just like turned myself sideways midair, like a fucking propeller, and just went pling. It just hit the school and plopped onto the blacktop. It just laid there for a good 3 minutes.
I don't know why all of our ideas to win her over was to throw him, was for him to
hurting myself in some way, shape, or form. Sometimes
But
I would. Sometimes
the majority
I
of the times
myself,
was
I would
him-
pretend to be hurt.
Yeah, but the majority of times he actually got hurt was because a lot of the time he decided to legitimately throw himself into something. That was like the only way we could think of. Like, we weren't that creative. Like, we didn't think of any fake fights or like any falling off the monkey bars. It was always run into this as hard as you can.
and then it's just.
I think you did do a
then
fake
it's-
fall off
then
the
it's-
monkey bars.
Then it's just like, hey, you should put your arms up to kind of dampen the fall. But then like, no,
Yeah.
it won't look believable. So I'm just like,
Dude, I think
fuck
those were your words, word for word. I think you did say it won't look believable. But yeah, that's the moral of the story is that she didn't ever notice him fucking himself up. I
mean,
did.
There was that one time where on Valentine's Day, I like sent her a secret admirer card
Then you-
thing.
Then you ran into her. No.
No, I didn't. I sent her a secret admirer card on Valentine's Day, and it had like a sucker.
Hold on,
attack-
stop. Hold on. Your mic is fucking up.
Oh fuck.
Alright, it's good. Damn, alright, let's just finish the story and then we'll end it.
It had a sucker attached to it, and then like she's just like actually I'm sitting back like the fucking love doctor I am, just watching her ask everyone, hey, are you my secret admirer? Did you send this? Did you send this? And I'm just like sitting across the hallway, just peeping out of my classroom door, like, I did it. And then
I did it.
eventually, when she just like stopped asking people, I just walked up to her. I'm like, hey, you know that sucker and that note you got? She's like, yeah. I'm like, that came from me. And then she's like, oh, she hugged me. And I'm just like, fuck yes. And like, I'm hugging her and I'm like rubbing her back, but her bra strap was the one. I'm like, bra strap. And then like, I thought she was pulling away from the hug, but she just like kind of held on like around like my back, and she just kind of like leaned back a little bit, like with her upper body, but her like lower body and like
Yeah.
like her crotch area was kind of like pushing forward a little bit. I'm just like, what is this?
Did this sex?
Right. Like, I don't think she meant to like do anything. Like, it was just, she didn't like me or anything. She was just like trying to like fuck with me, probably try to fulfill my little 11-year-old fantasy. No, I think I was 12. My little 12-year-old fantasies.
This is Taraji. He's on my channel. This has been the Sexy Men. That's what my YouTube channel used to be called, the Sexy Men Daily.
Oh God, no!
If you look at my URL, it says the Sexy Men Daily on it.
We gotta end this video, man. All right, goodbye, guys. This is Talion Stronghold. You see it on the screen. Add me or whatever. Peace, bitches.